nails broke. Welcome to another weekly vlog. It's really nice weather today. It's only 13 degrees, but the sun is shining. I don't have a coat on, and I feel like this is sitting at a really weird angle and I can't fix it. I'll have to do. There's loads of bloody buses coming out this way today. Just on the way into my mum's a bit earlier than usual because the OT Joy, her who likes doing no work, is coming out with another person to assess my mum for a new wheelchair. I'm going to be doing that 1:30, and then we'll just have our usual trip downtown. Yeah, that's it, nothing really else to report. My weight loss, I haven't spoken about this, so I started being really careful with what I'd eat, and I still haven't started exercise because I'm just still too tired and sore, and normal day-to-day stuff is, you know, as much as I can do right now, but I've cut out chocolate, and there's a sheep lying there on its side. I hope it's okay. It looked a bit, I don't know. I'm about 1.5 stone down in just over 2 months. So for me, that's really, really good. But it's like how I'm eating isn't like maintainable long term, because I have this hope if I start to eat less that my stomach will become content with less. You know, the way they say your stomach shrinks so you don't need to eat as much. That's the plan. So I've just been cutting down portion size, and I have found, and I know you read this, but you know, I don't know why it never sinks in. You don't know that you're full until you've been eating for like about 20 minutes. Now, like, I've been eating smaller portions, and when you look at what's on the plate, it's like, well, I would usually eat double that. That's not enough food. And you eat it and you're still hungry, but you leave it, and then within like 20 minutes, half an hour, you're fine. You're not hungry anymore. So obviously, you know, they say eat slower. I couldn't do that because I'm greedy for one point, and for another, the food would go cold. So that's my one tip about trying to lose weight and eating less. Even though you may look at the plate and think, what the hell is this? And you may still feel hungry when you've finished. Within 20 minutes of having finished that meal, you should not feel as hungry. That's what I've found anyway. I've also found protein shakes really, really good. I got the idea actually. There's a couple of people I know that is on Manjaro, the weight loss injection, which I can't get for 2 reasons. One, I can't afford them, and 2, I don't have a gallbladder, and that's a big issue. You can't have the weight loss injections. But I know 2 people. One has done really, really well on it and has lost so much weight, and the other has only been on it a couple of months, which is my hairdresser actually. I'm sure it's not a big deal telling you that, because you don't know her. So she's just starting, and she was talking to me a lot about it, and 2 girls in the same salon are also on it, and they've been saying they have protein shakes because they're not eating very much, and it helps with like their skin and, you know, loads of shit like that. Anyway, I started trying protein shakes because my diet is too carb heavy, because I love pasta, I love potatoes, I love rice, I like bread, you know, I like the stuff that's really bad for you. Whereas I'm not a big meat eater, and me and Darren have stopped eating red meat anyway. We only eat chicken. That reminds me, I bought some fish I'm determined to try and find fish that I can flip and eat. Fish is the only one thing that turns my stomach. I hate it, other than fish fingers, and you know, like fish from the chippy that's battered. I like that, but see, proper fish, can't be doing with it. So I got these tempura battered cod because they were half price from Tesco. Like, tempura batter's really thin and hopefully not quite as unhealthy as the normal. So I've got them at home to try. But the protein shakes, every morning when I get up I have a protein shake, and I honestly feel or find that keeps me full until tea time. So I only have a protein shake which is like just over 100 calories, and that's it until my tea. And then at night time I don't have any like chocolate or naughty stuff. Instead I've been having a couple of one of two things: Snacker Jacks. The caramel ones and the chocolate ones are really nice, the others are horrible. 2 Snacker Jacks is 100 calories, and or 4 squares of dark chocolate, which is about 85 calories, which I'll have with a coffee. Dark chocolate, you really feel like you're having more chocolate content, and you're only having a little bit. I get this bar from Tesco called Molly's, and it's like 50p or something for like a quite decent sized bar. Chocolate's got so expensive. It used to be 20 something p, it's now about 50 something p. But I mean, that's compared to like bars of chocolate that used to cost £1, like Dairy Milk and Galaxy and stuff, which were my big favourite's Marvellous Creation, which is now £2.80 something. The bars that used to be £1 are now at least £1.50. It's like, what the hell's going on with the world? How can you increase something by 50%? The prices are scandalous now. So yeah, I've lost just over 1.5 stone in just over 2 months. So I know by a lot of people's standards that's maybe not a lot, but for me that's a lot. So I'm just going to keep at it and see how we get on. It's not like a vanity thing. It is honestly like, I think the thing that scared the life out of me, I've maybe told you this before, is seeing how the health service is, and people are having heart attacks and strokes and there's no ambulances to take them to hospital. And that man in Ballymena died because his wife had to drive him to hospital, and he was about my age. His wife had to drive him to hospital. He'd had a previous heart attack. He knew he was having a heart attack, and they said, look, we've got no ambulances. They're all queued up out here with patients in them because, you know, we don't have any beds. So the best thing you can do is put him in the car and take him to hospital. And the poor man died on the way to hospital. And, you know, she had to drag him out of the car and call a member of the public over, and they were giving him CPR, and that scared the shit out of me. It's like, right, I'm 50 at the end of this year. That's sticking in my throat. 50. And I need to get weight off. I need to, like, you know, stop the eating shit and get weight down, because, you know, I want to be here for the next few decades, you know what I mean? So I'm trying my best to get a little bit healthier. I haven't found that it's improved my, you know, like pains or anything yet. My pains are still just as bad. If anything, I'm more tired, but that's probably because I'm not eating as much, so that's obvious. But I was hoping that when I started to get weight off, it might improve my pains a little bit, because everybody always tries to make out that weight's to blame for everything. If you hurt, if you have a sore back, if you have sore joints, it's your weight. Well, anytime I've lost weight, it's made all difference to my pain, so it remains to be seen. We shall see. Right, I'll go because I've waffled long enough, but I thought I'd update you about what's going on with the old weight loss at the moment. So 2 tips: protein shakes, and don't think that you have to put an amount on your plate that looks like it would content you, because it's actually a lot more than what you need. Now, I've read that before and it's like, I just like a big plate of dinner. And also another thing I've found is when we have had a treat, like we got a Chinese last week, because we were at my mum's really late on a Sunday night, and I just got a Chinese on the way home. I couldn't eat it. I started eating it and I ate, no word of a lie, about half of what I would normally eat, maybe not even that, and I can't, I'm literally full. Now, granted, I did put it in a tub and eat the rest of it the next day, but it's just proof that if you eat less over a period of time, you do become satisfied much, you know, full much quicker. So yeah, we shall see. Right, I shall catch up with you guys later if there's anything worth telling you. in to find out what's going on with this wheelchair thing. Hello, so just coming to the bathroom, about to get washed for bed. Thought I'd catch you up on my mum's wheelchair appointment today. So I've got this weird bruise here, and I got it gardening and I've no idea how. It's weird. So I think coming up, what they ended up with after me having to go through yet again with the OT, that the carers won't use the hoist, and her saying, well, I spoke to the manager and they were told they have to use it. I says, well, I'm telling you. And she must have asked me about 20 different ways. But when they do this, do they maybe use it then? And what about this? And how do they do that? I'm like, they don't use it. So she is getting, will take quite a while, but she is getting a moulded chair. What they do is she has to go up to the place that does it, and she sits, they put her on a thing like a massive inflatable beanbag, and then they sort of like deflate it, and what happens is it moulds to her shape, and they're making a mould out of plastic and foam, and the seat, like the seat and the back, is all going to be moulded to her shape. And then they're putting, because my mum's main problem is she falls forward and to the side at the same time, so you can't even put something here because it's not just this, it's this, so her head's always falling forward. And so the seat not only bucket tips, like if you imagine a seat like this, it doesn't just do this, which her current wheelchair does. See all this swollen, this is my fibro. You might just be thinking that's fat hands, Lisa. Honestly, this swelling here at the bottom, that's my fibro. It's I can't wear my wedding rings and stuff at the minute because my fibro's up like hell. So instead of just doing this, it will also do this. So they can tilt it slightly left or right, and because my mum's weight is all thrown over to the left, they can tilt her a bit this way, which may hopefully, you know, take a bit of the pressure off. And they're going to put a purpose-built headrest to where her head goes. It'll take probably, from the point that she's moulded, it'll take 8 weeks-ish. But, what was I going to say? We have to get the appointment for the moulding, so that was all positive. We went out today, had a Costa. That woman's going to have me skin. I never go into Costa because it's too fucking expensive. But she really enjoys it as part of her day out, so we take it turnabout. 2 fucking drinks and 2 little cookies or something is like 15 quid. It's ridiculous. It's 15 quid. I'd rather not be fucking spent. I don't mind spending it on my mum, but it's like, do I need a drink? No. But then she doesn't like it if I don't have one, so I got myself some new slippers, so I've been able to throw my old stinky ones in the bin. They're starting to rot. They're those soft booty stuff, and the actual inside insole came out. So I've just been flopping about in these shoes that are too big for me. So I got a new pair of slippers. We just got a few bits and bobs, picked up the catheter bags that the doctor managed to screw up the order yet again. That they're incapable of doing anything right, that doctor's surgery. Oh yes, the prescriptions we've kept it here as requested. It's like, no. It was requested to be sent to the usual chemist, and I gave the name and the address of the chemist, and I even said the nominated pharmacy is blah 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 blah. I left a really detailed message. I always leave more. There's like a prescription phone line, and I actually always leave more. God, I wonder, can you pick that up? Can you see the colour of my hands, my fingers? That's Raynaud's. These have all started to fill with blood, and this is the normal colour I am. You can maybe see it better from this, and then my fingers. I find when I'm showing you something, it never shows the same colour, but these are all starting to swell and go really red. It's a pain in the arse. Right, so that was positive. It's just a matter of getting this started and getting this new chair, and they're saying that she may be able to stay in that all day. Now, I'm not so sure. I think they're just wanting to take away the chair that she has now, where the footrest is fucked. And today when they were trying to move the chair, the footrest got in the way so much, which was awesome because it just showed her the issues that we're having with it. It just, every time we tried to move the chair, the footrest got in the way, because it won't fold away properly. So that was really good. But yeah, nothing. Yeah, Isaac texted me from town. Can I go up round town and meet you at Grandma's? Yeah, that's fine. And then 10 minutes later, another phone call. I've just run into Stephen and his mum says I can go back to his if I want. And I'm like, what, Isaac, I must have to drive in here tonight and pick you up at God knows what time after having been in? I said, no. Oh, well, his mum might. I says, yeah, and his mum might not. I says, not only that, you've got your reading, you've got your guitar practice. Well, I haven't got any homework. I says, no, Isaac, no, I'm not usually that like stern. I'm like, no. I says, you can wait to the weekend to see Stephen. I says, you're sleeping over on Saturday. You don't need to see him during the week. You've got schoolwork. But yeah. So I shall go to bed. I shall catch up with you later in the week if there's anything to tell you. My throat really hurts. I shall speak to you later. Hello, it is Friday, and I've just been doing a film for a video for my other channel. I did movie scenes that I'd like to be an extra in. I'll link it at the end if I remember. Yeah, nothing much happening today. I'm going to edit some video now. Yesterday I went through pretty much all of my emails. The day before I went through about 5 months worth of comments on YouTube. I'm not going back any further, honest to God. But thank you so much for the comments, guys. I will go back and read them all, I do promise, but I was like 4 hours or something at it yesterday. So can't think of anything. Isaac's going to Stephen's tomorrow. He's going to look like he's going for a fortnight because he's taking his guitar, his amp, a bag of movies, snacks, and obviously his, you know, like pajamas and toothbrush and all that stuff. But yeah, it's a lovely day at the minute here. The weather is just gorgeous. I don't know what the temperature is or anything, but it's nice and sunny. It's no coat weather, which is my favourite kind of weather. It's not too warm that you're struggling, but you don't need a coat. I can't think of anything of any note that's happening today. I really feel like going out somewhere, but there's nowhere to go. And I'm skint. I'm seriously skint. And there's nothing at the cinema that I'm desperate to see. Right, I'll go and get on with it. I have a bit of slap on my face today because I daren't put the rest of the world through what my face looks like with no makeup. So I shall go, guys. I shall check in at some stage over the weekend to close off the vlog for the week. Thank you for watching. I shall speak to you later. Hello. Oh, that's gonna, no, I'm not gonna be able to wear this, look. This is like an old watch I had, which is just like the kids' watch really, but I like it. So, me and Darren went to see Drop at the cinema tonight. It was very remarkably average. I wouldn't recommend. The reason I switched this on before I get ready for bed is to show you my new glasses. So, this company keeps coming up on my Facebook. They're called Vooglam. And what attracted me is they do lots of different styles than you would normally get at the opticians for really cheap. So I got these with some Christmas money. One of the first things I actually bought myself. I got 2 pairs. So they come in little like pouchy things like this. And it cost me for both of these just over £50. They are prescription glasses also, so I have my prescription right. It was either going to be bright green or bright orange, so we've gone with bright orange. Now, are these going to be too big for my face? Probably. They look really odd actually. They do. They look odd. Why do I feel really odd with these on? So this is the orange ones. I don't know that I like those. There's something wrong with the vision through it and I don't know what it is. I just like the bright orange. What? I don't understand. what it is about the vision that's weird. Right, so that's the orange ones, which are the ones that I thought would look better out of the two, but I'm not sure now that I've got them that I like them. And these black ones, which are a bit thicker. So this is the black ones, and they've got a little V on the side. These are like cat eye ones. I just wanted something a bit different. Oh my god, that is definitely a bit different, isn't it? So I've two pair of like quite groovy glasses, even though I don't know if they suit me or not, or just my bog standard Boots cheapo glasses. So they probably suit me better than these. I mean, how big are they? I just wanted something different. So there's something not right with these. I think, no, I can see, it seems to be like up close is weird. So let's try these again. So what ones do you think? I like the colour of these, but I think they're too big for my face. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments. I wait to hear you saying, oh, your cheapo Boots ones, Lisa. I'm just not a person that tends to suit quite unique things. I just wanted something different, and I really like the colour of these ones. So I've got them anyway. So they're called Vooglam, and they've got so many different styles. I think I've measured something wrong, because I think even though I can see clearly through them at a distance, the vision just feels, you have like a point, you get this thing, they've actually put one in to this box, and you're supposed to hold it so that a certain number is like, let me take this off, a certain number, and I can't remember what it is it the 0 has to be like level, you have to shut an eye, and the 0 has to be completely like in line with your pupil of the other eye. So maybe this side, actually, I can't do that. I can't do that thing where you shut, it's this eye. Right, so that will be about right, and you have to read the number. That would be over this eye, and they work out where to put the magnification, and I think I've ballsed up, and I think that's what the issue is. But it feels weird when I put them on. Let me try again. There's something weird, but they are perfect magnification for my, it's maybe just me trying to get used to new glasses. I don't know, I can't figure it out. I've been trying to get used to them, and I don't know if I can. Are they really silly? Maybe if I put a little bit of hair over it, it doesn't look quite so big. I don't know. I like the little cloth that you get with them. Bright orange. So, just about to go to bed, take the old slap off the face, and then Isaac is going over to Stephen's tomorrow for a sleepover. So yeah, we've got a free day tomorrow, which is very unusual. I like the little box this comes in as well. It's so cute. Right, let's put the, fucking hell, nearly broke my glasses then. My glasses go with my dress actually, sort of like, you know, that sort of colour. Right, I'm gonna go folks. I shall check in with you probably tomorrow. Hello, it's Sunday folks. Just repositioning this chair. Doran was lost in the car and I'm a short arse. You can tell it's getting to the time when the old roots need redoing. It is Sunday, just about to head into my mum's. There's a neighbour out with a lawnmower. You know, the one that I said that was really particular about her garden. Gutted. Isaac's been at Stephen's house since like about 12 or 1 o'clock yesterday. It is now 1:30 on Sunday, and he sent a message to say, can you pick me up after Grandma's? Doesn't like going to my mum's because he's bored. So he'll have been there from about 1 o'clock on Saturday till about 5 o'clock on Sunday, so it's over 24 hours. So I haven't seen him all weekend, and typically yesterday I've had a really sick stomach, so like with the whole day yesterday we could have done anything, we could have went anywhere. So Not falling at the cinema. We went to see Drop on Friday night, which was remarkably average, to say the least, or to say the most. Your man's just left with his husky. We found out that the guy 2 doors down from us, that we actually, you know, he's dead on, is the sort that I can see some people not being a big fan of, because he's a bit of a wheeler dealer, you know, that sort of, a bit rough around the edges. I like him fine, but apparently he's been here since the houses were built in here. He was one of the first in them, and he rents, and the person that owns it is selling it. So it looks like that big house there, that big one's been moved into, the first one that was built. So you'll have seen that going up, and someone's moving in now. So I don't know how long that's been, but it's not that long. Shannon was saying she liked the red ones. I remember I used to say that. The red ones is like the frame. They put bricks around that, so there are no red ones, unfortunately, because I thought the same thing. In America, a lot of houses are wood, aren't they? But you wouldn't get away with that here with the weather and stuff. So all houses here are brick and concrete. You don't get wooden houses. They'd blow away, like the 3 Little Pigs. So yeah, couldn't do anything yesterday because I just felt really sick all day. And there was nothing at the cinema to go watch. The only thing we haven't seen is that Amateur with Rami Malek, which I think is just going to be average. You know, I don't think it's going to be anything amazing. And we've had those cinema vouchers for that really, really nice cinema in Belfast from Ciara and Thomas from last Christmas. They bought as a present, where you actually can get something to eat while you're watching the film. I don't know what I think of that. It's lovely, but we've never been because it's too expensive, but they bought us vouchers to go. And there hasn't been anything that, you know, we want to keep it for something really good that we all want to see, but that hasn't materialised yet.
Spinal Tap 2. It's not till September.
Don't think Isaac would like that anyway. I know Jurassic Park, there's a new Jurassic Park movie coming out soon. It's, you know, I know we'll like it, but it won't be like amazing. It's the thing about this year, I'm not really good. There's somebody kind of a bit impatient overtaking too. Oh shit, he's gonna have to, yeah, you're lucky, mate.
I'd be flashing him.
You're lucky, mate.
Fucking asshole.
He went to overtake 2 of us, big Range Rover, and thankfully for him, I leave a decent distance between me and the car in front, so he had somewhere to go.
Well, that's your braking distance. He's something to. He shouldn't be in it.
But then something came on the other side of the road and he had to come in. Now, if I'd been an arsehole, I could have caused an accident there. I could have like filled the gap that I had created, but
I'd be on horn, flashing, just.
It's not going to do any difference. Especially not when they see a female sat behind the car. They automatically think none of us can drive anyway. Yeah, so Isaac's been away. This is his first ever sleepover with a friend. And we could do Naffle because there's that bloody rain on starting again. Can you see how the end of my thumb has like gone like a corpse? Look. What happens is all the blood drains out of the ends of my fingers. I felt it like feel really numb then, and I thought, I wonder is that, and it's like, yeah. And then other times the blood rushes back in and they go like almost purple, like really ridiculous colour. It doesn't hurt. I don't know what the crack is with it. Apparently it's quite common with fibro. My dad gets it as well, but I think his hands actually really hurt with it. Mine just feel unpleasant. They don't hurt. The woman that I used to be in Scouts with, well, say used to, the door's open for me to go back occasionally when I want to, basically. She has it so bad that she almost lost one of her feet, believe it or not. This foot started to go black, it started to die off, and she got sent to like a specialist, is it a chiropractor, but chiropodist is your foot. And thankfully they managed to save the foot, but she has to go, you know, she has to see a chiropodist like we would see a dentist all the time. So we done Naffle yesterday. I played some Sims, we watched shit Saturday night TV. We did nothing basically. Then I ate some tea and made myself feel sick. So we're collecting him after my mum's today, and then I'll get back and get straight in that bath. Exams is CM4s are at the end of May, so there'll be that to be thinking about soon. Honest to God. So I would imagine I can't see him wanting Stephen over. I'm not really bothered. I'm just, next weekend is Easter, which reminds me I need to get Alice's Easter box away. Just waiting on one final thing, which is due to be delivered today. Actually, it was like between 12:15 and 3:15. It's like, right, well, great. We left the house at 1:30, they haven't come yet, so it'll come when I'm away. But yeah, nothing else of any note. It's the weekend before Easter. I haven't got Isaac an Easter egg yet. I need to get that sorted this week. I'll ask him what one he wants. And me and Darren usually would buy one between two of us. I don't know, we'll see. There's nothing jumping out at me. But thank you for watching this week. I don't think it's a long one. I've been trying not to film when there's nothing really to be filming. So I shall speak to you next week.